Alright guys, well I'm back today with a really cool little pocket gun or backup gun. This is the Beretta Tomcat 32 Auto with a tip-up barrel. I actually recently did an overview and first shots video of a 25 Auto from Beretta, one of the really micro Berettas, single stack 25, fits discreetly into your pocket. Now I believe the 25 would be, a backup gun, definitely a backup gun. I don't think I would ever trust it for primary carry, the round is just too small. Now the 32 Auto though starts to get into the territory of maybe just a light summer pocket carry gun because you've got 8 rounds of 32 ACP. Now I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments section below whether you think a 32 ACP is an acceptable round to carry or not. But I think for about 7 yards and in for an up close get off me gun, 8 rounds would probably be better than nothing. And the fact that this has a lot of features like a first double action pull, the safety works really slick, it's not very cumbersome to put on and off, and then the subsequent single action shots as well as the performance and accuracy really lend this to be a good pocket carry gun. We'll get in all the details throughout the rest of this video, but I want to give a huge shout out to Stinger Edge for sponsoring this video. If you guys aren't familiar with Stinger Edge, they make some really nice ballistically rated sunglasses that I ran over with an ATV truck and actually shot with a 12-gauge shotgun and they survived. Check this out and we'll come back and finish up the video. So you can see how tough those glasses are, and they are really helping out the channel monetarily after YouTube is demonetizing and suppressing videos. Enough talking about that, let's focus on the pistol. Let's talk about the features really quickly. It comes with this detachable magazine that is actuated by a button located at the bottom of the grip, and you can see that this actually holds 7 rounds in the magazine. And everything inserts smooth and free, so it would be pretty fairly easy, I imagine, to change out the mags, but not as easy as some. Really though, this is more of, like I said, a backup or a pocket carry and for a lightweight, easy carry. Now, when I say lightweight, this is definitely a lot heavier than a lot of those other pocket 380s. But what I found with that though, is this is actually controllable. I'm going to kind of jump right into the ergonomics and controllability of this pistol. When people think pocket carry, they think of pocket 380s, and man, are those snappy. Now, I can make my hits, especially if I practice, but a lot of times I won't take my 380 to the range, maybe every couple of months, I feel really bad saying that, and truly get some practice time in, 100, 200 rounds, and by the end of it, your hand stings, it's not fun to shoot, and you don't want to practice. This, on the other hand, is incredibly ergonomic. It feels really good in your hand, and the recoil is almost non-existent because this is a heavy gun shooting 32 Auto. That's awesome. That means I can take this to the range, I enjoy shooting it, and I can get proficient with this more than a 380. And honestly, this would be good for a newer shooter who wants to pocket carry or somebody who's recoil sensitive. Those 380s are so snappy, and I find a ton of people buying those for their first gun, first concealed carry gun, and a lot of women and newer shooters go pick it up because they think it's small and it's going to be easy to shoot. Nah, it's the opposite. This, on the other hand, is incredibly easy to shoot, and it really is a smooth shooting pistol that fills up your hand and you get a good ergonomic grip. When talking about recoil management, I want to get into the overall feel of this handgun. When it comes to recoil management, feel, and function, that's pretty slick, but what's even more slick is somebody who's sensitive to recoil may be also sensitive to racking the slide. And this is a tip-up barrel design, meaning you'll never have to rack the slide. You load up the magazine with your 7 rounds, you put the 8th round in the barrel, you snap it down, and you're good to go. You're ready to fire once you take off your safety. Now, once you take off your safety, I'll safety check it one more time. There's no rounds in the chamber, so we are good to go. Slide down your safety. A very smooth but heavy, long double action trigger pull that you are not going to accidentally pull. So this would be a very good pocket carry. Maybe even without a pocket holster. That's what Mac does. Military Arms Channel does. I definitely would probably recommend the pocket holster. And then subsequent shots are single action. So an incredibly smooth take up to a wall, hits a defined wall, And what a nice crisp break. That is awesome. Also, the safety is actually very ergonomic and easy to actuate, but you're not going to bump it off. So you draw it out of your pocket, double action pull, and then from there you have single action shots. I found that shooting this down at the range, if I took my time, the sights themselves actually did the job. They're very nice set of sights for being so small and low profile. I could hit in the size of my fist at 7 yards, no problem if I took my time. Then if I dumped the mag at about 7 yards, it opened up to about the size of a widespread hand, which is awesome for a personal defense pocket gun. I mean, this thing was really slick. Although the sights did a good job, they were maybe a little bit more difficult to pick up than a traditional set of 3-dot sights in a stressful scenario or in a low light situation or on a black target. So that's something to consider. Maybe painting the front sight post would actually improve that, and I'll probably try to do that in the future. Now let's talk about a little bit about the reliability. This has been 100% functional using this Gecko brass cased ammunition. Now I actually reviewed 223 and 9mm Gecko ammunition on the channel. They sent out 1,000 rounds of both of those, but I actually bought this particular Gecko ammunition from AIM Surplus because I liked the Gecko so much. I knew I wanted to grab some of this for the 32. And it did not disappoint. 100% function, no issues whatsoever. And I'm going to take a cue from Military Arms channel. He actually carries ball ammunition in his 25 and 32s because he doesn't worry about over penetration because they are sort of an underpowered round to begin with in a mouse gun. And I believe I'm going to carry ball ammunition in this gun. And this is actually going to start transitioning over to a pocket carry or a backup gun for me. I feel like I shoot this well, really well. If you handed me a 380 with 6 shots, or you handed me this 32 with 8 shots, I know shot placement would be infinitely better on this. Even in a mag dump scenario, I'm about the size of my hand, which is good shot placement. In a mag dump scenario with a 380, honestly, I'm lucky to hit most of them on a silhouette at 7 yards, and that's me being honest with the way I shoot my 380s. I really need to practice with my 380s more, but this shoots so much more naturally, you can truly make your hits a lot easier and a lot quicker with something like this. So I hope this gives you a really cool pocket pistol option. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Am I an idiot for trying to carry a 32 in the future? Would you say nothing below a 380, or would you say nothing below a 9mm? Again, let me know, and would you ever carry something like this? I find these guns really interesting regardless if you carry them or not, for a fun range toy, or just something to have for your collection. Again, Beltway Gun & Pawn had this for a really good deal, so a huge shout out to them, and a huge shout out for Stinger Edge to step up monetarily supporting the channel while this YouTube suppression is going on. Check out those ballistically rated sunglasses. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.